Hey, I'm Luke Combs, and this is The High Notes.
So you're obviously coming off a huge year, but I do want to talk about the Concert for Carolina. $24 million raised officially.
Yep.
Obviously, you're a Carolina guy. What is it
Yep.
like to kind of be able to make a difference in people's lives, kind of working through your music?
You know, being able to put that show on, will be one of the highlights of my career, one of the high notes of my career, some would say. But in all seriousness, something that I'm very proud of. When I saw the news and images coming out of, the place where I grew up, immediately got on the phone with, first call was to my manager, my second call was to Eric, and I told Eric, I said, hey man, I'm wanting to do this big show. Said I don't really care what that looks like. All egos or anything goes away for something like this. And you got in touch with the Panthers that same day. I'm a lifelong Panthers fan, so reached out to them, and pretty soon the David and Nicole Tepper got involved and donated the stadium, and my production company out of North Carolina donated the stage, and everything was donated. So many people came together to make that show happen, beyond just myself and Eric. Obviously, our teams worked overtime to get something like this done in such a short amount of time, and it was a big challenge to pull off, to be quite honest with you, and but something that I would gladly do over again.
You have a crazy year. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Fathers and Sons. Just like Fast Car, continuing on and on.
Yeah.
What kind of sticks out as a high note for you this last year?
There are so many great things that that happened this year. I'm insanely proud of my team for coming together and making all these things happen. The stadium tour was unbelievable. Something I'll never forget. Fathers and Sons record I'm insanely proud of. It's something I made for my kids, and so that meant a lot to me personally, that record, and I'm real proud of how that turned out. So yeah, you probably hit it. Outside of Concert for Carolina, which we just hit on, that would probably be the highest moment of my year, was being able to put that show on. Obviously the circumstances in which it came together are awful, and I wish it would have never had to come together, but I'm just blessed to be in a position to have that kind of influence, to be able to make those phone calls and pull something like that off. So it was a good year.
How has being a dad kind of influenced your music?
Being a dad has, it's changed kind of the foundation of, I think, really what my music is, especially with my last record being exclusively about that. And that kind of came out of nowhere for me. That was never, my intention was never like, oh, I'm gonna make a record that's all dad songs. That was never a part of the plan. It was like, that's how it just all came together. And I'm glad it did. I'm insanely proud of how it turned out. And we made that record in 2 days, so we cut it live, ran each song twice, and picked the best take, and it turned out awesome. So yeah, it's changed. Obviously I wrote a whole album about being a dad, so it changed it a lot. Thanks to the CMA for having me. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. Look at that. It's the job I've always wanted.
Whenever you're ready.
It's my big moment.